Man, it's your boy Carl Banks, and man, love is all we need. Rest in peace to LIl Keed. Now, if you guys haven't seen, LIl Keed has been rumored to be dropping his first posthumous album later this year, with his first single coming out in 2 days. LIl Keed's mother took to his Instagram to let people know that they will be releasing his first single off his album this Friday called Long Way to Go. Now, with posthumous albums, I can only imagine how difficult it must be for the family, considering this is the last thing that they have of the person. For example, in the case of LIl Keed's mother, she's been grieving for the past year, but I can only imagine when she listens to some of these rough mixes and unfinished songs, she would start to get emotional by reminiscing on her son. Now, not only that, but she's now pressured by the responsibility of the fans of LIl Keed to release some music, and we've seen so many great posthumous albums because of this, but we've also seen many horrible ones as well. 3 years ago, when Pop Smoke dropped his first posthumous album, it was an absolute banger. It had all the hits, and everybody loved it, but a year later, when they dropped his second posthumous album, it completely flopped and no one liked it. Personally, I think they keep on dropping because it's just very lucrative. In the case of XXX and Juice WRLD, their family's currently making $20 to $50 million each year just off their royalties. But in their case, they're huge artists. Many artists who died, they're not even as big as XXX and Juice. And because they're not as big, this leads to people almost whoring out their famous dead family member into making out more money. I mean, we've seen X's mother using her platform to flip a bag a few times. We've seen her go on her dead son's IG Live and post another artist's music who she was managing at the time. And we've seen her release songs that weren't even close to finish, alright? But we've also seen this in Juice WRLD's case. I mean, it's like every year they find a way to drop another Juice album, pulling scraps out of nowhere, mixing two different songs to make one. It's honestly incredible. I just feel like it's getting to the point where it's not even about the music anymore. I mean, let me ask y'all, if you know a professional artist who dies, do you think that their unreleased work should be kept unreleased? Personally, I don't think it's that black or white of a question. I think, yes, some artists' work should be released, but I also think that their unfinished work shouldn't. In the case of LIl Keed, I just hope that their family puts his image before the money. I hope the only music that they release is the music that they truly find inspirational and up to what they believe LIl Keed's standards were. Also, I hope that, they don't try to censor his music as well. Especially when it comes to the case of LIl Keed, his music talked a lot about drugs, and like it or not, that's what represented him. He unfortunately died from drugs, so for his family members to hear in his music where he talks about his own demise, it's pretty rough. And because of this, I hope they don't try to censor or block these certain songs, because knowing that he died from these addictions, but also knowing that they represented him in his art. I mean, what do y'all think? Do you think LIl Keed's next album is going to be good? Do you think that his family will be able to successfully capture his energy in the music? I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm actually really interested to see if Gunna's going to be on this album. Before Gunna got locked up and LIl Keed died, they were friends, label mates, and frequent collaborators. And I know that the industry is pretty skeptical of Gunna right now, but because it's his family making the album, I don't think they'll care about the whole snitching bullshit. I mean, I think they're just looking strictly at what sounds good, and LIl Keed and Gunna doing a song, that's already fire on paper, so let's see what they make. Hopefully it's fire. Let me know what y'all think, questions or comments. Are y'all a fan of LIl Keed? What's your favorite song? And go check out his single coming out this Friday, man.